you could chain them together, it makes for some beautiful gameplay when a Hirara really pops off. A stun off of the Shark just to delay. Nats decided to go in with a flicker and the jump through the Uranus, and they're gonna double down onto Quanok. They take down the mid lane. That's gonna be the Mystic Gush by Cold World onto Shen and I.
Said, when we're just talking about the face value of the draft coming out from both teams, Geekay Esports looks to be the one which is stronger in the meta game. However,
dishing out a hit squad of players that should get kills. Meanwhile, in the middle, and Shark gets spotted out. He still gets a knock up and the motivation roar off in time. He'll be able to get away, but Cold World with the best player hold a very good spot in the bush for a surprise, but you have to be honest at this point, and that's going to be a Mystic Gush onto Shen. Everything thrown into the high loss, and that's no more roamer for GK. They decide to go forward. Shark with the Minoan Fury plus flicker forward will catch Sino Baba. The Hirara is really low, but the iframe uses two of them to stay alive. Gets to avoid the torn apart memory and all the other damage dished out by ALPHA7, but with the Hirara forced back, Alpha will win this turtle.
Mystic Gush and most of our resources just to take out this silo, so that we Cold World with a 4th kill in this game. 5 minutes and 48 seconds in. This board is
conceal, entry, stun. The pickoff is perfect by Quanok. Seeing that Shen can be melted down real quickly. And anyone else, oh, that's gonna be Shen taking everything again, but he's gonna be able to bring down the Glorious Pathway. That's a stun coming in from Quanok, right onto Cold World, perfect. But Zia is well protected by these tacky boys. The torn apart memory doesn't take minions, forcing best player one to respond to that, dragging out the stance a little bit more. This stuff's a little bit more favorable for GK. They jump onto Cold World immediately. No respect from ALPHA7 for the surprise Glorious Pathway and engage. They get the combo off too onto Gorg, so this makes it a little bit easier for them in the next dance.
Yeah, and how about that Revitalize to protect Aizen? Torn apart memory will not be able to finish him off. And now they have found the Brody! They have taken him down with a quick one, and now they have found more. The Falling Starborn onto the Harley. Harley goes down. In exchange for the Esmeralda, they have taken 2 cores down from ALPHA7.
That's just a theory. I'm just saying what it might actually sound like. Oh, Nats decided to go ahead and check Shen again with a Glorious Pathway. Splits ALPHA7 in half. Will they be able to help their Uranus in time? The answer is no. Perfect Glorious Pathways. Oh my god, what an entry by Sino. Even the counter Minoan Fury for ALPHA7 couldn't lead into them getting more damage. They know how low the Lord is. GK will retract, will go back. Best player was still getting his orange buff. Holding left bush mid is Shark. Nice slow dance closer to ALPHA7's tempo. Knockups, 2 on them, both on best player and Zia. They're not going to be able to capitalize on it. Shark goes through the Minoan Fury. Aizen and Shen have gone all the way to the back. Even Quanok went in with a flicker in the combo.
No damage dealt to Quanok, whereas ALPHA7 are caught with their tail tucked in between their legs. They're trying to run away. Good deadly magic. Immortality gonna be popped. No,
down really low. They might be able to get something out of this. GK ready to respond. ALPHA7 toss out the Mystic Gush. They're not gonna be able to get a good target out to anyone. Aizen with a Falling Star Moon. And Quanok again gets a massive combo to bounce off.
Welcome to the world of the Eudora. And of course, Geekay Esports are slowly going for the lead this time. And they're actually zoning on the members of ALPHA7. I think the prompt was there was the Harley up top, so they decided, okay, let's go for an immediate play.
Oh, the count from Quanok again! Flicker with the full combo with the Harley! Zia gets a shutdown, but Zeno Baba takes down Zia! Quanok, you are a Eudora god among men! 3 members of ALPHA7 are down, and GK only lost their Eudora. But it was the trade of all trades. The flicker forward by Yaga with the combo. They take down Cold World. Nats cannot hold on anymore against this onslaught. GK take game 1.
I will. And they're not even hyped, Renmar. It's just another Tuesday for them. If you look back to the draft and watch it as it went by, they picked the Granger so quickly. And look at that. Okay. Okay, we're looking at some adjustments here, like the conceal play. They want to really force out Quanok, and that's a flicker committed by the Vexana. Although for exchange, Eternal Guard for Shark. The backline that's going to be Aizen has to flicker out because the Zaman Force was activated. They're out of the zone, but look at that slow trickle-down damage coming up from that to take out Zeno with that flicker, but that will be an exchange. A 1-for-1 will favor ALPHA7 because of the retribution, but of course, the resurrection that allows ALPHA7 to now have the advantage.
And it is here now for Alpha. Their best chance of being able to take the turtle, and they do. Aizen trying to deal as much damage as he could before he goes down. Yaga not going to be able to get any kills or a lot of damage. Gia decides to flicker as the Zalman Force. The Granger is underneath it all, and Yaga gets punished. ALPHA7 is locked in and frozen in time. A snapshot. Maybe a couple of good ones over and over again just so that GK can turn it around. But once the Uranus falls, then it all falls down. Too much pressure onto the Marcel. They're not going to be able to hold this formation. What a pick off by ALPHA7, and they're going to continue with under this tower. Yaga and Shen, supported by Quana in the bush, and they're able to hold on. Shen still able to get a kill onto Cold World. That's an outplay by GK. They get the freeze moment on South. Our reaction, maybe an overzealous early flicker just to make sure that they can escape. But that's not going to work, and that won't work for a majority of these players. Oh, suddenly Shark with the engagement, and here comes ALPHA7 with the response to follow up with the Great Wrath of Dryad, but Yaga gets a kill there onto Zia. That's going to be a slow. Will be back. ALPHA7 is taking a lot of damage, but so is GK. The Nolan is not anywhere close by. Will ALPHA7 read the situation correctly? They see the Nolan up top now. It looks like they can support with plays, but Aizen gets taken down. Or excuse me, he gets to take down the Bellaric. Nats goes and Falling Star Moon. Aizen gets to flicker away. Best player 1 is chasing after him, and he just uses the consecration to get away. But BP1 is stuck. He's left alone. He needs the help, but some outplays, some moments of brilliance from him, but that was way too risky. It looks like a massive miscom by ALPHA7.
And there's no resurrection coming up from Goldberg because they used it for Zia, which would have given them the advantage. And a big takedown on Nats. Onto the middle, the Eternal Guardian lands into Cold World, pushing away that Rafaela. But that's a bigger price. The shutdown on the best player 1 is too good to have at the stage of the game.
It was not worth it. Here comes the golden hour. They brought down the Guardian. It looks like ALPHA7. I feel like that big loss was just way too demoralizing for them. Zia falls down. They are slowly crumbling.
Faculties intact, Redmar, and they are not creating any mistakes. In fact, they're the one forcing the errors. Baba Yaga now prepping up for this one after the golden hour. Zia getting caught many times in this game as well. Best player allowed Geekay Esports to collect more. Geekay Esports crawled back to this game.
They were up 2K in gold. Oh wait, before I complete that thought, golden hour. Perfect God entry and engaged by Shen on this Marcel. That was a hidden snapshot, a candid photo, perfectly taken, and Nafs was not ready for it. He walked right into the bait play of GK, and despite not having taken any turrets, despite 2K down, only just what, 4 or 5 minutes ago, maybe even shorter than that, GK could turn this around into utter domination. Best player gets taken out. Yaga gets his 7th stack, and ALPHA7 will be frustrated with themselves with how they lost this, as GK crawled back, clapped back, and have devastated ALPHA7 into a sweep.
The team with a better coordination wins today, and that's